Hi, I'm Damien Roy and welcome on my Guitar Lesson YouTube channel. First thing, don't forget to subscribe please. If you like the video, put a like. And I also have a Patreon if you want to have the tabs and the lesson on paper you can print off by PDF. So today we're going to work on another theory lesson. And have you ever thought how to make a chord? How is a major chord and a minor chord built? Well, today this is your day. It's going to be a lesson and you're going to understand how it works. What is a chord? A chord is composed of several notes that you're going to play at the same time. You have to imagine like a wall of sound moving this way when you're reading the music notation. Okay? Melody is like a wave of sound you're playing note by notes, and the chord, a wall of sound moving like that. So, for making a chord, and we're going to start with the major chord, we need three things, okay? We need what we call the root, we need the major third, and we need the perfect fifth. Okay, so it's all based on what root note you're going to have. For example, here, let's take C. C is my root here. So I have C, I need a major third, so C, D, E, so it's going to be E, and you have to check between C and E if you have two steps, because you don't want to have 1.5 steps, that would be another type of chord. So E is going to be my major third. Now, starting on the C, I need my perfect fifth. So C, D, E, F, G, so G. So now we have a major chord of C. So if you know your notes all over the neck, you can play C chords everywhere. I could play here. I could play here. And I can play in lots of other places here. Just like this. Let's take the example of G chord. So here I'm going to start my root here on fret 5. So here 5, my major third is going to be the note B, and my perfect fifth, D. So you need those three notes to say that you have a G major chord. Now let's move on to D. You're going to tell me, oh, I know how to play that chord. I can play it like that. Of course you can. But I'm going to teach you how to play in different areas of your guitar neck here. So here I got a D here. I need a major third now starting on D. So D, E, F. So it's going to be F something. So F, we need two steps. It's going to be F sharp for a major third. And after we have A, which is the perfect fifth. Here, and I got another D chord position. I can play D chord here. Have you ever thought about playing a C sharp major chord? I know, you're going to think, okay, I'm going to Google somewhere here and look for the chord position. Forget about that. If you want to make arrangements and songs for two guitarists, you're not going to play the same chord position. That's super boring. So one is going to play a higher range, the other in the middle range, and maybe a third guitarist in the lower range. So here I got a C sharp right here. Okay? So my major third of C sharp is going to be E something. So since in C major it's C, E, G, I just have to raise up a half step with sharps, all the notes. So I'm going to have C sharp, I'm going to have E sharp, and I know what you're going to tell me. Oh, looks like an F. It is technically an F, but since we're building a C sharp chord, we're respecting root, major third, and perfect fifth. So C sharp, E sharp, and G sharp. And we have the perfect fifth. C sharp major. Let's go on the case of a B chord. So we're taking examples of chords. There's many others. So how to do a B major chord now? So I'm going to take my root here on the B, on string 3 fret 4. I'm gonna need my major third, so it's gonna be B, C, D. It's gonna be D something. Remember, between B and C, there's a half step. So we need to raise the D with a sharp, and so it's gonna be D sharp. So B, D sharp, and the perfect fifth, same thing. All fourth and fifth are perfect except that BF and FB, and that's the exception here. So we need F sharp. And we have that B chord. Now, we've seen some examples with major chord constructions. What do we need now for building a minor chord construction? Well, we need three things too. Minor chord, because we're classical romantics, we like whatever's sad and beautiful. Minor chords are, and you're going to tell me if we're right or wrong, are made out of the root, same thing. You're going to need a minor third, so that's going to be 1.5 steps, and the perfect fifth. So the root and the perfect fifth does not change. The only interval that's going to change here is the minor third. So let's work on C minor chord. So I got C here on my roots. I have here, so C, D, E. So I'm going, okay, so I'm going on E flat is going to be my minor third because we want 1.5 steps. So I'm going to place a flat in front of the E. And we have G, perfect fifth, it doesn't change. So what gives the color of minor? It's the minor third, that interval. So that's why it's so important to learn and work on your intervals. Now, if we want to do an A minor, I know you're going to tell me the same thing. I know how to play A minor. That's an easy chord. Yes, but let's play here. On fret 7, I got my A. I'm going to have my minor third, so A, B, C. And remember, between B and C, there's a half step. So between A and B, a whole step and half step there. So it's going to be A, C, and E. This is how I'm going to play my other A minor chord. Then let's take the example of G minor. So of course, without going into bar chords, here we're going to play it on fret 5. So I have G. My minor third is going to be G, A, B. So it's going to be a B something. So since I have between G and A a whole step, I just need a half step after. So I'm going to place a B flat. So G, B flat, and my perfect fifth is not changing. You count the 5 notes starting on G, and you have the note D. G minor. Let's have a look at the D minor chord now. So D minor, my root, I'm going to take it here. Fret 5 on string 5. I'm going to have my minor third, it's going to be the note F. Same thing between D and F. Remember, there's a note E, and between E and F, there's a half step. So you always have to think about that. Structure of a major scale, intervals, these are important lessons first. The ordered sharps and flats to understand how to build chords. So we have F and the perfect fifth, A. And we have a D minor shape. And I didn't look in a book or I didn't look on the internet how to play that D minor chord. I thought all the notes there. Now let's have the last example here for building a minor chord. We're going to work on the B minor chord. So B minor here, I'm going to start playing a B here on string 4, fret 9. So B is my roots. I have the minor third is going to be the note D because between B and C there's a half step and a whole step between C and D. And we need the F sharp also because we need a perfect fifth, not a diminished fifth. So it's going to be F sharp. Well, I hope you had fun in this lesson here. Try to play any chord you want using the same method. And same logic, you need for major chords, root, major third, perfect fifth. For minor chords, root, minor third, and perfect fifth. And you can play any chord position you want on your guitar neck. Please don't forget to subscribe. I also have a Patreon where you can find the lessons there, and you can just print it off if you just subscribe. It's not very expensive. Have a good practice.